Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm excited because I'm starting a new series, and you can probably tell by the title that it's redoing my old artworks. I've been meaning to do this for a while now, but I've been lazy. But I'm here now, so let's do it. Side note, I've been avoiding posting long form content for a while now. So if you look at my videos and it seems like I'm evolving too fast or something, it's just because I've been posting somewhere else, aka TikTok. Follow me as much, by the way. Anyhow, without further ado, let us begin. So, this is one of my OCs, or was. I drew her a while ago, maybe like last year. As you can see, she has two-tone hair, horns, piercing eyes, just staring straight into your soul. Straight french fry fingers. Oh, and don't forget about her astronaut head. She's 60% forehead.
That's quite big.
Can you believe at one point I thought this actually looked good? I don't know what I was doing, but clearly it needs some work. I mean, it's not the worst thing I've ever seen, but clearly it needs some work. Alright, starting with a circle as always. And then segue into drawing the head, like a little almond shape. Let's make sure not to draw it as big this time. By the way, I thought I should mention that this is a pose from Pinterest. I kind of want to change it because I don't know if it looks right for the character. Here you can see in the top right corner, I have a reference window to see what needs fixing, everything. I'm using the Loomis method, or like what I think is the Loomis method. I don't think I mastered it yet. I don't really know what I'm doing. Like, I know it's a circle and then like there are flat planes on the side of the head or something, and then you have to do your typical cross or something. I don't know. I never get it right for women because the head is always so boxy and it doesn't really look that feminine. It looks kind of boxy and manly. Also, I kind of hate drawing people from the front view because, I don't know, it's like their head has to be tilted or turned in some kind of special way. Drawing from the front just makes me anxious. Almost as anxious as me drawing hands. Since this is kind of a downward angle, I'm going to erase a good bit of the top of the head. Then I'm going to add the clavicle bone.
Balsamic vinegar?
Tomato paste.
That's a big word for Elmo.
I know it's just gonna get covered up later, but I like to do that to visualize the motion of everything. Like, if one arm is up, then the clavicle bone has to go this way and that. And most of you probably already know to draw cylinder things for the arms. That's just what I'm doing here. And oh my goodness, do you see this? Where is her arm? Hello? I like to stall from drawing hands to get myself mentally prepared. So for now, I'm going to draw in the beauty. Now I'm going to start a new layer for the hands. Alright, I'm back. As you can see, I changed a few things off camera. This is going to be a trust the process kind of thing. I'll be choosing the same kind of clothing she was wearing in my original drawing. Instead of talking, I'm just going to finish the sketch real quick.
Oh my god! Wow!
Okay, the outline is done. I made her have a bit more expression in her face to make her actually look alive. Also, I made her hair a bit more springy. That's how I wanted it to be in my original drawing, but as you can see, that did not go that way. And look at the little piece of her hair right there. Like, what is that? It bothers me so much. Anyway, it's time to add some color. For the color, I'm not going to do anything special. I'm just going to keep it the same. I'll keep the colors relatively the same except for the shading, which I don't know what that even is. I think I was trying to attempt something that the animators do, like MAPPA. You know, that line thing where they like make the dark lines or whatever. Maybe I can do that later, but not now. Also, I added in sleeves because I guess I forgot to add them in the original drawing. Done with the base colors. I know I said I was gonna keep basically all the colors, but I decided to change her eyes to purple to match her aesthetic. Now I'm gonna add some blush to the face. Of course, I like to do a bit more pinkish red for the skin tone. Then I darken it and apply to the parts of the face like the nose, lips, cheeks, below the eyes, and the hands. You know, just parts with more blood flow than others. Then I'm gonna add shadows to places where the light don't shine. So under the neck, the bangs, you know. I also like to make the shadows a bit more red so that the character doesn't look too dull. But depending on the mood, I actually do like grayer colors for the shadows and the skin color. Also, I'm sure you've heard this before, but having an imaginary light source helps determine where I put my shadows. Like if the light source is on the left, shadows will go on the right. And if the light source is on the right, shadows will go on the left. In this case, the light source is coming from the left. I put my shadows on the right. I always try to make sure my shadows are consistent as well. One thing I like to do is make sure the shadows are darker at the start, and then as it continues, make it lighter. But just add some depth to the art. I didn't really do it this time, as you can probably see, but you may see me do it in the future. On the same note, remember to soften your shadows. I think that it just depends on the distance of an object to another object. For instance, if you put an object closer to the other object, you can put less blur on the shadow, and if it's farther away, you can put more blur. And there's a bunch of other useful terms and strategies. I ain't no genius, so that's all for today's TED Talk. And wow, just look at her now. I honestly think this was a huge improvement. I really like her expression, the way that the picture flows a bit more than last time. The original kind of looked, well, it looked really stiff. This one kind of flows a bit more. Now, it's not perfect, but I do think that this is a lot better than the original. As far as the shading goes, and just everything. Her hands actually kind of do look the same though. I mean, I can't really do anything else with that, but everything else is much better. Her eyes aren't piercing anymore. Her head isn't as big as the earth. And yeah, let me know what you think down in the comments. Alright, I'm gonna end the video here. I hope you enjoyed this video and God bless.